And by the way, I was going to mention this because I was brought up by name and because it affects other people, not just me. I was referenced as being at our church camp. We had Pastor Anderson, Pastor Pizarski, myself, Pastor Jimenez. After a sermon one morning, we were gathered together and we're having a conversation. Okay? I was present for that conversation. Pastor Anderson remembers it a certain way. I remember it differently, as do everyone else that was at that discussion. He brought up in a video, hey, you can ask Berzins about it. By the way, Berzins, it's another one of those subtle little jabs of, hey, if you don't call me Pastor Anderson, you're disrespecting me, but I'm going to call you Berzins. It's nonsense and stupid. Stupid. Berzins was there, you could ask him. Well, yeah, you could ask me. You know what I'm going to tell you? I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed that I had preacher guests at my camp and that Pastor Anderson behaved himself the way that he did. I was embarrassed. And anyone who knows, you try to have a discussion with Pastor Anderson, it's one-sided. So to sit there and say that Pastor Pizarro, I had to sit there for 20 minutes while he went on this geocentric, like, no, you didn't. No way. Nobody believes that because everybody knows how you are, and you did not just sit there for 20 minutes while he... I actually wanted to hear what he had to say, even though I was in complete agreement with Pastor Anderson on that discussion, 100%. And I was offering up some other, questions and talking about stuff from the same side, but that's not how that conversation went. And it led to me being embarrassed, and I was looking around, and thankfully there wasn't a whole bunch of people around because it was pretty empty in the meeting space. But yeah, you raised your voice. Yeah, you talked to him like he was an idiot. Yeah, you demeaned and talked down to another pastor for nothing and wouldn't even hear out all of his points because you just thought you knew everything he was going to say. That's my testimony. That's what I witnessed. That's what I heard, okay? So you want to bring up my name as a witness? There's my witness for the record. What's the point of even bringing that up? Self-righteousness. People who can't see their own errors are blinded with pride. Blinded with pride. I can do nothing wrong ever. Agree with me or get cast out. Agree with me or you're destroyed. Different people have tried to separate themselves in different ways, and every single one has been maligned and slandered and called evil and wicked. Shame on you.